Whenever you're in a really dark place and you can't seem to find your peace, practicing gratitude will gently guide you back to the light or help you to look on the brighter side of things, as some people like to say. What's up, everybody? I'm back with another video for you all. I hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic. What a year 2021 has been for us already, and it's only the 4th week. It took me a while to film this video for you all because I wanted to be as thorough and authentic as I possibly can, and since there's so much information that I want to share with you all, I'm going to try to keep this video as concise as possible because I know how overwhelming it can be when you receive too much information all at once. So as the year 2021 rapidly approached, I've recently been reflecting on the year before, 2020, and I realized that there are so many different old and new habits that I really want to begin or start over practicing again. I really want to reconnect with myself and my values and spirituality, because I'm going to be honest, in 2020 I kind of lost myself a little bit, and I intend to become even better than I was before. I know that when I nurture these aspects of my life with great positivity, I learn and I grow at a pace in which I'm very happy with, and I see so much value in that, because when I am in that state, I'm in a constant state of gratitude and happiness, and I love that. It helps me create better content. I'm more centered and connected with God and the people surrounding me. I cultivate healthier relationships, and my overall life's experience is just so much greater when I'm deeply rooted and like practicing really good habits. So my goal for this video is all about giving you the confidence to implement those action plans that you've always wanted to, and reflecting on the past years and all that they have taught us, so that we may progress and evolve in the years to come. With that being said, in this video I'm going to be sharing 10 new habits that we all can incorporate into our daily lives to reframe our mindsets, and I really hope that this video will help us all journey into 2021 with more confidence, because I read somewhere that a fresh start really isn't a new place, it's a mindset. Just as a disclaimer, these 10 habits are a culmination of my own personal experiences. I am not a psychologist of any sort. This is just a result of me reading numerous self-help books from many credible authors, so I can account the lessons that I've learned through my own personal experiences and through literature to the information that I'll be sharing with you guys in this video. And this is the first time I've made a video like this, although I'm no stranger to self-help and spiritual books, and I've introduced a lot of them on my channel before. So if you guys do like videos like this and you want to see more videos like this from me on my channel, then please go ahead and give this video a like. I'm so grateful for all of you who are watching this video and are supporting this channel by subscribing, watching the videos to the very end, liking and commenting. I do always ask that you please sign into YouTube to make sure that you are subscribed and you click the notification bell to become part of the notification crew. Also, please share your comments with me. I don't care if it's just an emoji or something sweet you want to say. Share this video with your friends or save this video so that you can watch it at a better time for you. So without any further ado, let's get into these 10 habits. Habit number 1 is kind of personal, but it's to always recognize our beauty, our true inner and outer beauty, and embrace it, because as humans we are constantly evolving physically, mentally, spiritually, all of the above. And when we have reverence for our past selves and we embrace it, that is when we're able to see our true and embrace our true divine essence. And this includes not just physical beauty, but also our spiritual and our emotional beauty, the beauty that you can't see. Every single one of us has beautiful qualities about ourselves, and we sometimes second guess ourselves or question ourselves. And I know that I've done this so many times in my past. A good example of this would be like when I see old photos of myself or videos from myself from the past. I tend to sometimes, if I didn't like my look or if I was insecure, I would like delete the video or like the photo, and I'd be a little bit unkind to myself because of that. And so in 2021 I'm making it a my goal to not dig up and doubt what was planted in faith. And if you find that this insecurity is stemming from something that is more external, that maybe you have internalized through something that somebody has said or done to you, there's a very great book about that, and it is called Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz that I've introduced on my channel before, and I love this book. There's a chapter titled Don't Take Anything Personally, and within that chapter he basically explains how anything that anybody says or does is really just a reflection and a projection of their own reality, their own insecurities, what they're going through. So many times you see like people would say things or do things that like we would kind of like question and be like, well, what is going on? But we just have to realize that it's really all like, you know, it's all smoke and mirrors. It's really just their own projection of their fears onto you. And so what's beautiful about that is that we have the power to object it and not internalize it. And so that book is really great for that. Highly recommend it if you haven't read it already. Even in some past relationships, we can be a little hard on ourselves because like maybe we entertained a relationship or a person that we shouldn't have been entertaining, or a relationship or whatever. But you know, sometimes it's good to just kind of like look at it from the perspective of like, you were genuinely happy in those moments, you had fun, it was a great experience for you while it lasted, and what you're able to take away from it, like even though the outcome wasn't that great, what you were able to take away from it was a lesson, and that's beautiful in itself. And I feel like when we look at it from that perspective, we're able to kind of maneuver through our relationships so much more gracefully. I find that if we really just trust ourselves, the decisions that we make, our talents, our beliefs, our ideas, and just really believe in ourselves and trust the direction that we choose to go in, we find ourselves where we've always needed to be, maybe not wanted to be, you know, but where we need to be. It's truly all about the journey with this one, and not just looking back into our past, but also looking forward into our futures. And I really just want to say that each and every single one of you are beautiful, and we're exactly where God has planted us, and we're exactly where we need to be. It is for a greater purpose, even if we can't recognize it or if we can't see it. But recognizing the beauty in that is basically what this entire habit is all about. It's really all about being more kind to ourselves, because we live in a society where the glow up was real, and we were all just as beautiful back then as we are today in our more evolved state, and it's all being used for a greater purpose. I'm not recommending that you personally like keep all of your old photos. That's just something that I do personally to measure how graceful I've been with myself and how kind I've been to myself. So that's just one of my habits that I like to do. But yes, habit number one is always recognizing our beauty. Habit number two is retaining our peace and our power by praying. Pray consistently. Consistency is key. We have all been through very trying and challenging times, and I find that when we are rooted in our prayership, we are able to achieve our goal, which in this case is to retain our peace and our power. I like to use prayer every day, round the clock, when I'm driving, when I'm at work, when I'm at the store. I literally pray every single day, or I try to pray every single day. When I was younger, I always found it a little difficult to pray because I didn't understand the fundamental purpose of praying. However, when I grew up a little bit more, and I felt the power of prayer stirring up into my life, I began to pray every single day alone. And as I became a lot more seasoned, I guess, in my prayership, I began to start praying around other people, and it just took on this snowball effect. I became insatiable for prayership because it literally feeds my mind and my soul. And one thing that I love about prayer is that it's such a unique way to connect with God, and it makes really great use of our throat chakras. Once again, there are those situations where we do forget to pray, and we get so caught up in like worldly matters that we forget to tend to our higher selves in our prayership. And there's a really good Bible scripture that I like. It's a really short one, and it is 1 Thessalonians. It reads, "Rejoice always, Pray without ceasing. I resonate with that scripture so much because of how much I love to pray, because God will literally get us through any and everything. And one of the things that I really want to improve on in my prayership is praying for others, because I know that it's easier for me to pray for myself, but I think that the real challenge is becoming more comfortable with praying for others. And so habit number 2 is prayer. Habit number 3 is practicing gratitude every day, because gratitude is a superpower, and I'm so grateful that I have at least one person in my life to remind me to always be grateful. Remaining in a state of gratitude is surely a way to finding our happiness. Whenever you're in a really dark place and you can't seem to find your peace, practicing gratitude will gently guide you back to the light, or help you to look on the brighter side of things, as some people like to say. It won't happen overnight. It's certainly a process. I recommend that you get a gratitude journal or several gratitude journals, but one will do for now. One gratitude journal that I have that I really love is this one right here. My mother bought this for me and I cherish it so much. It has gold sprayed edges and it's pink. It's like so me, and I love it so much, and it's been a major key to my success, being an overall happier person and just a more grateful person in general. Gratitude keeps us humble. You complain a lot less when you're grateful, because we are too concerned with watering our own grass to notice if anyone else's is greener. You attract better opportunities, better circumstances, better relationships, and just more abundance in life overall. Feelings of gratitude are the pinnacle of shifting our negative thoughts to positive ones, and the list for the benefits of gratitude go on and on. So needless to say, habit number 3 is practicing gratitude. Habit number 4 is honor little victories, and this one takes some self-reflection and asking ourselves some necessary questions, such as what went well for us in 2020 and why is this so important? What new things or life lessons have we learned? What did we accomplish? What are we most proud of? Did you start that new business you've always wanted to start, or did you sign up for those classes that you need to take? It's really all about honoring the pace in which we grow, while maintaining the sentiment that it's really all about the journey and not the destination. If you get an A on a quiz, or when you pass those milestones in life, always do a little victory dance and praise your win, because we really want to create a healthy and safe space for us to continue to win and be more successful. Habit number 5 is working with the full and new moon energy. I personally love working with the moon because it is such a great resource for manifestation and clearing and cleansing the energy and all of the spaces in which your energy takes up, and it always provides more for me to be happy about, be excited about, and look forward to in the near future. I have tried it in the past, but I never really created an action plan for it to make it a practice. So just recently I scheduled every full moon and new moon in my calendar, so it will always notify me of when the new moon and the full moons are going to arrive, and it gives me more time to prepare for them. I also created a checklist to make sure that I have all of the tools that I need to prepare for the full or the new moon. Making sure I recharge all of my crystals in either moonlight or sunlight before the phase of the moon, cleansing my crystals and setting the intentions for them, burning Palo Santos, incense, or candles are all very important to me. Cleansing my home, cleaning my home before I welcome in the new energy, and just making sure I have all of the resources that I need to do what needs to be done during the full moon or the new moon. You always want to keep your full moon or new moon journals with you during the time of these moon phases, so that you are being clear with setting your intentions and your manifestations. And so before you begin your new moon ritual, you really want to say a prayer and make sure you have your positive affirmation playlist prepared. So if you want to create more financial abundance, more confidence, beauty, self-love, or better health, all of these things are really good to prepare before, so that you know what you're manifesting for that specific moon cycle, and you want to say them out loud. And once all that is done, then you can quiet your mind for a very peaceful and relaxing meditation session. This can also be done outside in nature. You can make it a self-care day. It may also look like vision boarding or dancing, or simply just tapping into your creativity and really just using the moon as a guide for all of your manifestations. And the reason why this is so important to me is because it provides me with more grounding, and I'm more in sync with the universe, and I receive more mental clarity, and I discover new depths within myself, and I just love that aspect about learning about me. Habit number 6 is reprioritizing our relationships and our friendships. And this habit has increasingly become more important to me over the last couple of years. Once I reached a certain age, I realized that my family became more of a priority to me, as well as learning new ways to become a better friend. Having quality and meaningful friendships and relationships is so vital, and I think that if we can brainstorm new, better ways to become better people to ourselves and to those surrounding us and adhere to those values, that's a really great place for us to start. The most important relationship that we'll ever cultivate is the one that we have with ourselves. So that means being more kind to ourselves, showing up for ourselves in the areas that we didn't show up in before, and for our people, and just treating ourselves so much better, as if we are our own best friends. I guarantee that this will significantly make a difference in our lives, our relationships, and the world overall when you look at it from the bigger picture. So whether you want to work on being more encouraging, being happy for other people's happiness, being more kind, being more empathetic, or simply just celebrating all of the birthdays of your family, relatives, as if they were holidays, you know? Really setting those values shows that we have core values, and that is very imperative. Habit number 7 is healing, because when we heal a part of ourselves, we heal a part of the world. So being less hard on ourselves, being more forgiving of ourselves and others, not internalizing the opinions of other people, and simply being objective to those opinions, being more comfortable in our own skin, and being less judgmental to ourselves and other people. Maybe you want to learn more about activating your 7 chakras, or traveling more, going to therapy, prioritizing your self-care. All are a part of healing. Being more aware of the things that we need to heal, and that takes courage, and being a lot more honest with ourselves about the things that we need to heal, and being compassionate with ourselves about healing is all a part of the process. I'm really an advocate for healing our inner child, because a lot of our emotional trauma and wounds date back to our childhood. So just really being compassionate for ourselves and our inner child, and knowing that everybody around us has one as well. And so it's a lot easier to be more compassionate to other people when we recognize that there is an inner child in every being. Once we get to the root of the problem, we gain more clarity on what the issues are, and that is where we can begin our healing process. Beginning of the year is a great time to restart our healing process, because as most of us know, healing is not linear, and there are periods where it may seem like we're not making any progress. So the beginning of the year is really a good time for us to kind of be a little bit more mindful of our healing journey. So this one's really all about creating the space to set the foundations of our healing and doing the inner work. Habit number 8 is focus on what you're looking forward to this year. So asking ourselves what we're most excited about or looking forward to this year, without setting any expectations, because I think last year we all had expectations of how we thought the year was going to go, and it turned out to be absolutely nothing like what we had expected. But just simply holding that intention of gratitude for the things that we are excited for, I think will help us manifest better events, better situations in this year. So this could be a new financial plan, a special occasion, or some personal change that you're looking to occur this year, are all things that you could kind of like ruminate on and think of to kind of shift your mindset from something that might be more negative to something more positive. Habit number 9 is health. caring for our mental health. And for me personally, this looks like being mindful of the content that I'm consuming, the music that I'm listening to. Are the lyrics clean in the music that I'm listening to? Is this harmful to my self-esteem? And also just making the shift in certain accounts that I choose to follow, the ones that are more positive and don't put me down. And I really try to stay away from the accounts that really make me feel like I have to be somebody that I'm not. These all have such a huge impact on our mental health, and the beginning of the year is such a great time, is a perfect time to set those actions into play. This also may look like scheduling more self-care days or declining hanging out when you really want to be at home journaling or reading or just working on being more creative. A Goodreads goal is a great example. It is so much more attainable this year. It's set to 30 books, so I know that I'll have the mental capacity to read 30 books this year, and also staying away from negative people and energy. This also includes physical health, so drinking more water, eating more nutritious foods, eating 3 balanced meals a day, practicing our breathing and taking more frequent deep breaths to make sure that our bodies are receiving all of the oxygen that it needs to be in a calm and relaxed state. Taking a yoga class or just a class in general that's going to help you stay more active. All of these things help us tend to our mental and physical health, and they reduce anxiety and give us mental clarity, and all these things are so important. And I think that it is good for us to kind of encourage that for our well-being and for the well-being of other people. Habit number 10 is getting out into nature more. Since the pandemic, and really since I've moved, I felt really unmotivated to just get out in nature and go for walks. And I always see people outside in nature, like walking their dogs or going for runs, and I just find it so motivating, and I really want to see myself as one of those people who are out there getting in nature, whether it's meditating or riding a bike or going for a walk. I really want to start doing that, cultivating that as a habit, and just, you know, making sure that my body is pumping all of the rich nutrients that I need for my blood, and like my lungs are functioning properly. And so yeah, these are all of the habits that I really want to get into this year. Thank you guys so much for watching this video in its entirety. I'm wishing you all so much success and all of the best this year on your journeys. Please make sure you guys leave me all of your comments in the comment section, and make sure you're subscribed. And as always, I'll see you guys in my next video. Until next time, bye.